So a lot of the times I hear people complain, oh, I don't have anybody to help me or I don't whatever it is. And I'm not saying that it's easy to get help. You got to put yourself out there. You can't just sit there like I call these people front pew Christians.
Yep.
You know, in my thing, they sit and they put their hands together and they pray and they say, "Oh, God's gonna help me."
Yep.
God's giving you some gifts,
Mm-hmm.
and if yours is perseverance and ideas, right,
Yep.
and passion,
Yep.
right, so those are your gifts.
Yes.
And your insight that God has given you, so okay, I can do this, I can, whatever, you got to use those first.
Yeah.
That's how God, when you pray to God, he will do his best. You have to do your best and he will do the rest.
100% agree. 100% agree with that. Like, and that's one thing like I want people to know too. And it's you nailed it right there, because people don't understand. Like, you have God by your side all the time. All right. All you need to do is communicate with him, and show that you really want to do
Right.
this.
He will help you.
He will help you. He will guide you
And
throughout
he's
the way.
been helping you. He
Mm.
starts off by giving you these gifts.
Yes.
So some people sit there, oh, where's God? Where's whatever? He's it's like that story that we hear, and I think it's a Bible story. I don't remember now. Where the guy is in the middle of the ocean with his, I don't know if you've ever heard this one.
I might have, yeah.
He's in the middle of the ocean with his little boat, right? And he's the most religious person in the world.
Yes.
And God sends another boat and say,
Yep.
"Hey, buddy, come on,"
Yep.
right?
Mhm.
And he says, "No, I'm waiting. God's gonna save me."
Yep.
Then God sends, I don't know, a helicopter or whatever it is, and it drops down for him. He's like, "No.
It will come.
God's gonna save me."
Mhm.
Then he dies,
Yep.
and he goes to heaven. He's like, "God, I was waiting for you.
Mhm.
What happened? You didn't come save me." To me, these are the people that don't open their eyes. They have this one track mind that that thinks that, oh my gosh, life is bad, and they're not seeing where God is giving us. The community that God gave us is to learn from. I call it, what's not a blessing is a lesson, right? So if even the lessons are blessings, right?
Yes.
So if he's sending me somebody that is trying my patience, wheeling and dealing or doing anything to me, there's something I got to learn from that.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
So the community that we live in and the community that we have is what God sent me. God sent you Lucas.
Yes. Yes. Literally, he sent me the best person in my life.
And you know what? God sent you, Lucas, you.
Yep.
So I am sure that there are gifts from you that you can share with Lucas, and gifts that Lucas saw in you that you guys can share.
Yep. No, definitely. Like, that's one thing about it, And the thing about Lucas was, like, he wasn't like only helping me, he was helping my cousins as well that were living with me. So it became a family,
Right.
And it was like, it didn't matter about like what type of race, blood, nothing. It was just, I felt the family.
Kindness and commitment to each other.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, and
it just really, I honestly think it takes a whole village, but it takes one person to change that village.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
To help that village, to facilitate that.
Yes. Yes. I completely agree with that. Because, like, literally, like, he was the guy that literally, like, opened my eyes, and I was like, wow, like, there's always people around you that will always find a way to help you and get you to get better at you, whatever you do.
And one of the things I think for you that is inspiring me is that you accepted Lucas. You accepted that that's what God sent you, and you treasured that, and because if you didn't, you guys would still not be best friends over 10 years later, right?
Yep.
So tell us a little bit about your baseball career itself.
Yes. So now I want to get into that part too. So so once I started playing, when I got here in the United States, I was probably throwing like 80 miles per hour, and I was basically like too old already for my high school, and I just turned 19 1 month later that I got here. So I'm very old now. So
19 is old. What a concept.
Yes, 19 is old, basically, in that baseball
in
world.
sports world, right?
Yeah. So I'm like, and people are like, wow, like this guy is old. Like, what is he doing? Like, and he's still pursuing to like become a professional baseball player. Whatever. I just listened and I use those as feed words, and take them as like, okay,
Those are your
I'm
lessons.
exactly as I'm like one thing that always I had. I was like, I will prove that I can do it.
Right. That was your motivation
That was
too.
my motivation.
Mm-hmm.
So in the first 4 months, I went from 80 miles per hour all the way to top in 88 miles per hour. So I went from somebody that was a nobody to where people and schools are like, oh my God, who is this kid? Where did you guys get this kid from? You know?
So
And
88 miles is good, right?
88 miles back in the day was good.
Okay,
You
because
know?
I'm not a baseball person. Well,
Mhm.
I'm not a sports person in
Yeah.
general, but so you're explaining it to me. So that's
Yes,
good. Yeah.
yes, yes. So 88 was back then
Especially in
good.
4 months, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
especially in 4 months.
Mhm.
So I made that jump. I got committed. I played in a tournament. I got committed to D1 school. And I have a funny part to say about that as well. So before that day that I had to go pitch, I was riding my bike and going
You
to
on
like
that
a store.
bike.
Me and a bike. So I went to a store, and basically what happened was so funny. It was like I stopped at the store and I dropped my bike off to just go get some eggs to warm up, to cook some, and so I can go before the game.
Your protein.
I put my bike up outside, go in probably like less than 2 minutes because the eggs I knew already where they're
Right.
at. Come back out and my bike is gone.
Oh no. Oh no.
I'm like running around, and I remember my coach called me, Coach Greg, one of the best coaches, helped me with everything in my life as well. Thank you, Coach Greg, for everything. Um, so he literally like, I called him, I'm like, Coach, they stole my bike. I don't have.
Oh my gosh.
So he gets there, he's like, how did they stole your bike? I was like, Coach, I just put it here for like 2 minutes.
I'm getting
And then,
eggs.
yes, I just had to eat. You told me like to make sure I eat well
Yeah.
before the games. I did it, but like
Oh
my bike is gone.
no.
So my bike was gone from there. But long story short, it was so funny because how it happened. So, but then I went there. I went and pitched, did well. And then I got D1 interest, and then I
So
got
explain to us what D1 is.
D1 is a division.
Division
Yeah,
1.
Division One baseball.
Mhm.
So you have many divisions for colleges. So like you have Division Two, Division Three. You have NAIA, and you have junior college. Junior college has also divisions, but like every one of them are like built depending on like what level you are at,
Right. Right.
how good the players are at. Most
Right.
time, you have players that are good in any level,
Right.
but it will be more of a majority like of more focus of like, okay, if you're playing like D1 baseball, you're playing with like, let's say like the top guys.
Right.
So it's more easier for you to get to professional baseball. So I got committed, and after that, pitched well throughout my year, and then got to summer, and I went back to my country. But then 1 month later, 1 month before school starts, I get a text message of I can't enter the D1 school.
Why?
So I was missing three school credits that didn't transfer into the college.
Oh no.
So now I'm like, ugh. So my coaches are like, you got to fly back. So my mom had his last pennies. She's like, you're gonna go back. This is not over. So she paid for a plane ticket. I got back, came back, and I remember that day I was like, Mom, once I come back, I don't want you to pay any more dimes for me. I'm gonna pay everything for myself. All right. Went back, went to a tryout with different schools, and then one school I went and I hit 91 miles per hour, which is really
More than
good.
what you
Yes.
you were. Yeah.
So the coaches offered me right there in person. They stopped me. They're like, "Hey, we're gonna offer you everything paid, blah blah this and that." I was like, "They're like, you sure you're not committed nowhere?" I'm like, "No." They're like, "All right, then are you gonna commit?" I'm like, "Yes, I'm going for basically for free.
Right.
I'm gonna take that."
Right.
So I took that. Played at Hillsborough Community College for 2 years, which is where I committed.
Right.
Played there for 2 years. Then after that, then went to Palm Beach Atlantic University. Played there for 2 years, and most of all throughout those years, I was around the velocity from like 89. It will be like 89, 88 to all the way up to like 93. So, but I had a couple good years and a couple bad years. But then, long story short, towards the end of my senior year, I was basically like 22 years old, almost 23 already. Um, I pitched well, and I got picked up with the Pittsburgh Pirates after that, which I
Okay.
reached my professional
Status.
status
Yeah.
basically with baseball, which it was an amazing journey, you know. So it was amazing journey, you know. They were one of the organizations that really believed, you know, and gave me the opportunity to become a professional baseball player. So
So what did you study in college?
so yeah, so in college, basically, like I studied more about like the body anatomy, so anatomy, exercise science, kinesiology, which taught me a lot of things about, you know, basically our body, but also now to what I'm doing basically with baseball, which is teaching baseball, teaching how people how they can pitch at a really high level or throw as hard as they can possible.
So what advice would you give to a younger person who have the dream of professional sports and those type of things? Because you didn't just do professional sports, because you know, like you were saying, you were already old at 19, right? So you understood in your head that, okay, I can have this dream, but there's only going to be a certain amount of years I'm going to be able to do this. So you were still pursuing your college career. You're more than a college career. You were pursuing a career in college.